Hi, and welcome to Hooked for Life with Mary Beth Temple. We're going to learn how to make soft, beautiful velvet crocheted scrunchies in 2 sizes. Here is my small one, wrapped twice around the ponytail. And there is the big one, wrapped twice around the ponytail. I'm using Bernat velvet yarn. You could use any kind of yarn that you want, but I like the velvet because even with the densely textured ruffles, the scrunchie is very soft and has a lot of drape to it. I'm using a size J crochet hook or 6mm, and I just got some random hair elastics at the dollar store and I'm using those. I prefer the ones that have the plastic tabs instead of the metal tabs, but you can use whatever you can get your hands on easily, even old ones. I'm going to begin by putting a slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to leave a nice long tail because I'm going to crochet over that later. So I've made a loop with my yarn. I'm going to reach through that loop and grab my working yarn, which is the yarn that's attached to the ball. And then I'm going to give that little loop a tug and put that right on my crochet hook. And that is how I'm going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work 30 single crochets inside my ring. However, this yarn is a little slippery and tends to pull out. So for the very first stitch only, I'm going to use both the tail and the working yarn to get started. So I'm going to insert my hook in the elastic band. I'm going to grab both of those strands together and pull them up. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on my hook. Now at this point I'm going to take that tail and I'm going to lay it up against the elastic band so I can crochet over it. And I'm going to keep making my single crochets. Now, do you have to do 30? No. But what you want is to make sure that when you stretch your elastic band that there's enough single crochets that it can accommodate the larger size. The other thing with these hair scrunchies that we're working on here on the YouTube channel, the math for these is not so important. So if you have 29 or 35, or if you're using lighter yarn, you might want 40 or 50. Whatever you need to do with the materials that you have to make it work, that's going to be good enough. But I'm going to go ahead and just put 30 inside mine. So I have my 30 stitches in here, give or take, and what I'm going to do now is join my round with a slip stitch in the very first single crochet. So there's my slip stitch, and now my round 1 is joined. Now I know that I said that I put 30 in here. The only trick to this is to make sure that when you stretch your piece out, it's not so tight. You don't want to make it that the elastic stretches more than your stitches do. So at this point I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 2 double crochets in the same single crochet as the round join. And then 3 double crochets in each single crochet around. And that's all there is to this. When I get to the end, I'm going to join it, weave in that last tail, and she's all done. So there's my last empty single crochet. I'm going to put 3 double crochets in there. It's 1, 2, 3. Now, for the smaller of the 2 scrunchies, actually, let me rephrase that. For both of these scrunchies, I'm going to join in the top of the beginning chain 3 with a slip stitch. So if I'm making the smaller one of the scrunchies, I'm done. I'm going to cut my end. I'm going to finish off my work here. I'm going to weave that tail in as best I can, and I am finished. However, if I want to make the bigger one, then I'm going to go ahead and go on and put 1 more round. So for this round, our math is slightly different. We're going to chain 3, 2, 3. We're going to put 1 double crochet in the same chain as the round join. And for this one, we're going to only put 2 double crochet in each double crochet around. And the reason is because if we do 3, the ruffling gets so aggressive that it just doesn't lay flat and it doesn't look nice. So for this round, we're going to put 2 double crochet in each one around, and then we will join again here, and then at that point you can end off your yarn and weave those ends in. So thanks so much for joining me here. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and I'll see you again here real soon. Bye bye.